Some women stay in relationships long after the love is faded. It's a quiet resignation. She hasn't left, but her heart has. The laughter doesn't reach her eyes, the "I love you" is just a polite sign-off. This isn't blame, it's about understanding the silent unhappiness that can quietly end a relationship. The first sign is one of the most insidious because it masquerades as stability. It's the routine. Waking up, the kiss on the cheek that feels more like a reflex than affection, the coffee made just the way you like it. These actions, which once were deliberate offerings of love, have now become mere muscle memory. She's moving through the day on autopilot, a series of pre-programmed responses designed to keep the machinery of your shared life running smoothly. It's efficient, it's predictable, but it's completely devoid of the soul that once animated it. She's present in body, but her spirit, her emotional core has checked out. Think about the conversations you have. Are they truly conversations or are they just status updates? How was your day? Fine, what do you want for dinner? I don't care. The questions are asked and answered, but nothing is truly exchanged. There's no curiosity, no genuine interest in the landscape of your inner world. It's a script you both recite without thinking. Her emotional energy isn't being invested in you anymore, it's being conserved. She's saving it for herself, for the moments when she's alone and can finally drop the mask and just be. The connection has become a checklist, and she's just ticking the boxes. This performative affection is a defense mechanism. To show you how she truly feels, the emptiness, the distance, would require a confrontation that she simply doesn't have the energy for. So, she fakes it. The smile at your joke is a fraction of a second too late. The hand she places on your arm feels light, temporary, as if it might retract at any moment. It's the ghost of intimacy, a pantomime of connection. She's not trying to deceive you maliciously. She's trying to survive the day, to get through the next few hours without shattering the fragile peace of your home. It's a kindness, in a way, but a devastating one. And so the days bleed into weeks, and the weeks into months. The routine becomes a cage, comfortable and familiar, but a cage nonetheless. She's not in love with you, she's in a habit with you. The relationship is no longer a living, breathing entity that needs to be nurtured. It's a household that needs to be managed. And in this transition from passion to procedure, her love didn't just fade, it was systematically filed away, relegated to a memory of a time when the routine felt less like a prison and more like a dance. Intimacy becomes another task on the to-do list, nestled between chores and sleep. She's there, but her mind is a million miles away. The act is a hollow echo of what it once was. You're just two people sharing a mortgage and a Netflix password. Every hollow "I love you" is another nail in the coffin. It's a common misconception that love just fades, like a color left in the sun for too long, but that's too passive, too simple. In many cases, love doesn't just evaporate into thin air, it gets pushed out. Resentment doesn't arrive all at once, it builds slowly with every unheard plea, every broken promise, every moment her needs were dismissed. Over time, love is replaced by disappointment and bitterness. The emotional currency shifts, no longer trust and partnership, but a quiet, corrosive sense of being let down. Complacency is the silent accomplice to resentment. It's the comfortable blanket you both wrapped yourselves in, believing it was warmth when it was actually a fire hazard. You stopped trying, stopped seeing her with wonder. She grieves for the relationship she thought she'd have, trading love for resentment as effort faded. There's a unique kind of loneliness that settles in the space between two people sharing a bed. It's a silence that's louder than any argument, a coldness that no blanket can warm. This is where the mind, starved of genuine connection, begins to build its own worlds. It's not just about a fleeting thought or a passing daydream anymore. No, this is different. It's a full-blown production. A midnight cinema playing on the screen of her closed eyelids, and you, lying right next to her, are not even an extra in the film. She's directing, producing, and starring in a story where her heart is finally heard, where her needs are finally met, and the leading man looks nothing like you. This mental escape becomes her sanctuary, the only place she feels seen. While her body is next to yours, her spirit has traveled miles away, exploring alternate timelines and different lives. She imagines conversations she wishes she could have, feels the touch she yearns for, and experiences a joy that has become a distant memory in her reality with you. It's a quiet, devastating betrayal that leaves no evidence, no lipstick on a collar, no suspicious text messages. The only clue is the growing distance in her eyes, a certain hollowness when she looks at you, as if she's looking right through you to the far more appealing world she's constructed in her head. It's a cruel irony, isn't it? To be physically so close, to feel the warmth of her body, to hear the rhythm of her breathing, and yet be completely locked out of her inner world. You might mistake her stillness for peace, her silence for contentment. But beneath that placid surface, a vibrant emotional drama is unfolding. She's replaying a kind word from a stranger, imagining a life with a coworker who actually asks about her day and listens to the answer. These fantasies are not just about sex, they are about emotional intimacy. They are a desperate attempt to feel the spark of connection that has long been extinguished between you two. And the more she retreats into this inner world, the more the real world with you fades to gray. The fantasies become more detailed, more frequent, more comforting than her actual life. They are her life support, the only thing keeping her from completely shutting down. Each night, as she lies beside you, she's not just sleeping, she's living a double life. One where she is a dutiful partner by your side, and another far more vivid one, where she is free, desired, and happy with someone else. And the tragedy is you're sleeping soundly, completely unaware that the person you love has already left you in every way that truly matters. Sometimes her fantasies aren't about a real person, but a ghost. An ideal partner who listens, cares, and fills the emptiness she feels. This phantom is a reminder of what's missing, and the pain of what your relationship has become. Her mind creates what her heart is starving for: connection, warmth, and hope. These dreams aren't betrayal, they're a sign of deep, unspoken pain. We're taught to believe that fighting is the enemy of a relationship, that a peaceful, argument-free home is the ultimate goal. But there is a silence that is far more toxic, far more terminal than the loudest shouting match. It's the silence of surrender. When she stops arguing, when she stops bringing up the things that hurt her, when she no longer bothers to point out your mistakes or fight for her needs, it's not because you've suddenly become the perfect partner. It's because, in her heart, the fight is already over, and she has lost. Or rather, the relationship has. Think back to the time she did fight. Each argument, as draining as it was a sign of investment. It was a flare shot into the sky, a desperate signal that said, "I'm still here, I still care. This is important to me, and you are important to me. Let's fix this." It was a testament to her belief that the relationship was worth the effort, worth the emotional turmoil, worth saving. She was fighting for you, for the two of you. She was trying to build a bridge back to you over troubled waters. But there's only so much energy one person can expend trying to get someone else to pick up their end of the timber. Now that energy is gone. She has accepted that the bridge will never be built. The silence you now experience is not peace. It is the eerie quiet of a battlefield after the war has ended and the victor has long gone home. She's no longer angry. Anger requires energy. It requires a belief that things can change. What she feels now is a profound and desolate apathy. Your actions, which once had the power to wound her deeply, now barely register. It's like throwing a stone into a deep frozen lake. There's no splash, no ripple, just the dull thud of impact on an unmovable, impenetrable surface. You might even mistake this for an improvement. Wow, you might think, we finally stopped fighting, things are so much easier now. But you are celebrating the calm of the graveyard. You're enjoying the quiet because you don't have to face the uncomfortable truths she once tried to scream at you. Her silence is your comfort, but it is her resignation. She has emotionally packed her bags and checked out of the hotel of your relationship. This silence is a form of emotional abandonment. She no longer fights, no longer hopes. Her voice is gone, replaced by indifference. You're not in a relationship anymore, just sharing space with the ghost of the woman who once loved you enough to care. This is the echo of indifference. Think about it. When you're planning a surprise party, you don't announce it, do you? You move in silence. You coordinate. You prepare. You make sure all the pieces are in place before the big reveal. Perfect. Her leaving isn't loud or dramatic. She's the quiet architect of her own goodbye, building her escape in small, careful steps, opening a bank account, packing memories, searching for a new place. You might not notice, but she's already building the door, just waiting for the right moment to turn the handle. Sometimes the right exit isn't dramatic. It's a quiet window that opens, a lease ending, a job offer, a final moment of indifference. These are signs, not explosions. She waits for the perfect convergence of timing and courage. Her project is her own liberation. She's already halfway out the door. Remember when she was soft? And I don't just mean her skin, I mean her laugh. The way she would melt into you when you held her. Her eyes were soft, her reactions were soft, her very presence had a kind of gentle yield to it. That softness wasn't a weakness, it was a sign of trust. It was the emotional vulnerability she gifted you, the unguarded space where she felt safe enough to be gentle, to be receptive, to be open. It was the emotional equivalent of an open palm, offered freely, expecting it to be held with care. But what happens when that open palm is slapped away, or worse, ignored time and time again? Slowly and almost unconsciously at first, the palm closes. The fingers curl inward, one by one, forming a fist. Not a fist for fighting, not yet. It's a fist for protection. You see, her softness begins to erode, like a shoreline battered by a relentless, indifferent tide. Each broken promise, each time her feelings were minimized, each night she cried herself to sleep next to you, it was just another wave, washing away a little more of that gentle trust. The softness recedes and something harder, more brittle, begins to take its place. This transformation is, honestly, a tragedy of exhaustion. It takes an immense amount of energy to remain soft in a harsh environment. It takes effort to keep your heart open when it's constantly being bruised. Eventually the energy just runs out. The wellspring of gentleness that once seemed endless becomes a dry, cracked riverbed. Her laughter might still be there, but, it doesn't reach her eyes anymore. Her hugs might feel obligatory, her arms a little stiffer, her body not quite melting into yours the way it used to. She's not trying to be hard, she's just too tired to be soft. You might mistake this change for bitterness or anger, and maybe there are elements of that, but at its core, it is a profound, soul-deep weariness. She's tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of explaining her needs only to have them fall on deaf ears. She's tired of being the relationship's emotional caretaker, the one who always smooths things over, the one who initiates the difficult conversations. That softness you fell in love with was a luxury afforded by a sense of emotional security, and you, perhaps unknowingly, have dismantled that security piece by piece. Now, all that's left is the tired, raw structure beneath. That softness you miss, it was powered by a vibrant, thriving inner world, a world she invited you into. but emotional labor drained her like a battery running low. She managed both your emotions and hers until she was running on empty. Now the glow is gone. She's not just tired, she's exhausted, a survivor sharing space with her exhaustion. If this shook you, sit with it. Don't get defensive. Let it sink in. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly saw her, not just as routine, but as the woman you chose? Love isn't a monument. It's a garden that needs tending every day. The choice is yours. Show up, listen, fight for love.